Well, I'm gonna tell you a story about what killed my mom 2 weeks ago. When mom was in bed, it was 1 in the morning. My mom's back was killing her, and then the next thing you know, had to rush immediately, and my mom said, um, "Zach, can you give me an ice pack?" And I had to get it. And before that, I had to say yes. Um, that was hold on. Then I got to bed. And the next morning, um, my mom couldn't turn the alarm clock off, and then I had to do it immediately because mom was lazy that morning, and that was just all right. The next thing, to be exact, went back to bed. My mom was getting cigarettes from her car. I was asleep when that happened, and then she fell down and had a heart attack at 9:23. That was when I was in bed. And the next day, the next thing, I got up at 11 a.m. sharp. I thought my mom was leaving already to go to work, but she didn't make coffee, so I had to make coffee. And then the next thing, to be exact, when I was done making coffee, April Doan and her mother walked to the scene where mom is standing by, or April Doan and her mother walked to the scene where mom's truck was. And then the next thing comes to my mind, I had to run outside immediately, and I had to call. Mom was lying there between the car and her house in the driveway. Then I tried to wake her up, but she was just sleeping. She was just lying there, not responding at all. She was almost dead. So I had to call 911. April don't help me call 911. Called the fire department, police, and the paramedics, as an AKA ambulance. Then the next thing you know, I was getting my cup of coffee. The police was here. The paramedics, and also and the fire department was here, and I can't believe my and my grand I call my grandpa, my dad, my Aunt Barb, my Grandma Smith, and then Uncle Ed came to the scene immediately, along with my grandfather, and then my grandmother, my cousin Chris Hall, and then that was just devastating, Now, then the next thing I really thought I can't believe everyone who was here at my house at the on the driveway, and then and then and then the next thing I know, someone came out. I think it was a police officer, or and the police chaplain, and Officer Hutchinson came along and said, "We lost Sharon Betts. We lost your mother." And the last time, and Saturday night, on the September 8th, on a Saturday night, was the last time I would talk to my mother. Next day she was dead. She died at 12:23 in the afternoon, either 9:23 in the morning. It was 9:23 in the morning. And my mom, my sister texted me that she was on her way at 1:30. And then 15 minutes later, she was crying when she got here. She felt hurt, just like she was getting hurt. And everyone else had their heads down. I had my head down, and then Grandma said, "My mom's not gonna make it," or I mean, "Your mom's not gonna make it. Your mom's not gonna be all right. She's gone." And the next thing, I said, "It's not fair. It's not true that I've lost my mother." And it was, and my mother was just laying down there. I saw him just sit there, not knowing what to expect next. And my family members, the Watts family and the Betts family, and had our heads down. That was just a bad day. And then the landlord, my landlord, Freer Court, walked to the scene, and so did Pastor Joseph Bathe. Walked to the scene immediately. And then by 3:30, we went to the church and had a meal. And they had pizzas and sandwiches. And then, while Papa was praying, he was starting to cry big time. And then that was good. That was a good meal. And I didn't know what to do. If I was going to live with Papa or Uncle Ed, but they don't have any room in both their homes. So I called my dad, and it was my time to move up here to Michigan to live with my dad. And to me, it was a dream come true. First, I had to pack my boxes, pack my stuff in my bedroom, all that stuff during the week. And we had the funeral on September 13th, last Thursday. Then the calling hours on last Thursday, and then last Friday we had the funeral. And it was just a sad week for us. Sad week for me. And then 2 days later, on last Sunday, I moved here to Michigan. Officially. And now I'm officially moved to Michigan. And that was a dream come true. My mom is no longer with me anymore. She's gone forever. She's in heaven. I know she's gone permanently. She's never going to come back here again. I loved her. We had good memories with Mom. with shared bets. She loves going to Indian powwows. And then this is the certificate of the Civil War. Got it. And so my road to Michigan was complete. Now just a great place to live like a man again and to start over again. I can't say anything about that. I ain't get over it, you know. And I quit my job at New Hope on Wednesday, September 12th, before the funeral, and I said goodbye to my workers, including Jason Markham. As you can see right here, he was a good boy of mine. On this photograph right here, that's good. Oh, Jason was my buddy. I really miss him. I really miss my co-workers, my supervisors, my support specialist, and the individual consultants at Virginia Hope. I miss my IC Liz. I appreciate everybody. I thank everybody the nicest people we've met in the 16 years I've lived in Ohio. And now I finally moved to Michigan. My first week in Michigan, I really loved it. I love the state of Michigan now. Enough talk. That's enough talk. If I wasn't here, I should have done this, but I kind of like this place. I did it anyway. Now it's a dream come true for me to live with my dad in Michigan. I love it. I love this place. You know, and now I lived on 440 Rosewood Court when I started my first video, and now I live on 4819 Dillview Court in Hudsonville, Michigan. Now, with that being said, that's it. And to my mother, I will miss you a lot. I will miss you forever. Thank you for what you've done. But I'll still miss you. I'm dedicated to the late Sharon K. Betts, who died at 52. Thank you. And see you later. And by the way, in the words of AC/DC, we rolled tonight to the guitar part. And for those about to rock, I salute you. So, looking forward to do more videos on YouTube. And but I love this place so much. I'm gonna live large here in the state of Michigan, and I like the state of Michigan, not the University of Michigan. Thank you, and I hope you all enjoyed my tribute to my mother. See you later.